So we need to talk about Superintendent Ryan Walters. He is an Oklahoma elementary school teacher who wanted to have kids deliver prayers over the intercom during the morning announcements. When he was told that this was something that was illegal because you cannot force kids to engage in a religious practice that they may or may not adhere to, he had some very interesting words to say about that. Let's go ahead and cover that right about here. Here's our guy.
Today we see Prague Public Schools backing down to a radical atheist group.
A radical atheist group. All right, cool. What does radical atheism look like? Does anybody know what radical atheism looks like? Like, yes, I would like you to viciously not believe. I understand that there are anti-theists who, like, legitimately want religion wiped off the face of the earth, or at least that's one way in which it can manifest itself. Not always in that way, but wonder what radical atheist group he's talking about, guys.
You know, we're going to continue to fight for religious liberty and religious freedom here in the state of Oklahoma.
Hold on. Is it religious liberty and religious freedom to force kids to do the prayer over the intercom? Like, literally subject all the children to that prayer over the intercom? Is that religious liberty, or is religious liberty being able to pick and choose your religion and not force it on anybody else? Which one of these is religious liberty? I'm very, very, very curious.
What we've seen as a group that's funded by George Soros.
Okay, cool. Group funded by George Soros. I am instantly less interested in anything you have to say. The George Soros funds everything I don't like conspiracy. Let's go. My God. There's no way to tell if somebody is being a giant joke. But the minute they start doing this, the minute they start going like, it's Soros funded, my eyes just stop. My ears just stop caring.
This atheist that is from out of state has come in and targeted children that are initiating prayer in Prague Public Schools.
Wait, but are the children initiating prayer? Is that what's happening? Because from what I understand, it's not that children are initiating prayer, it's over the intercom system. So it's children who are praying in a way that forces everybody else to participate. That's what's happening. That's a very different thing. Also, I'm going to make sure that this is a little louder for people who want to hear it, because I'm not sure why Twitter is always as bad as it is with volume. But again, that's not what happens, right? Nobody is saying that a kid cannot go and pray on the side of the building or wherever they want to do so. Like, nobody is stopping that, at least not that I can tell. What is happening 99% of the time is people are going, hey, we do not want our children to be forced to participate in this religious ceremony, whatever variety it may manifest as. People don't want to be forced to do so. And when you go, well, they can just choose not to pray when the intercom comes on, I'm sorry, that's like saying you don't have to pray when your family is doing Thanksgiving and they start grabbing everybody's hands around the table. Like, you are basically being forced to participate. You may not be muttering the words. You may not be praying to an actual, like, God at any point here, but you very much are being made to participate. That is what's happening.
Oh, you know, just as bad, we have Prague Public Schools bowing down to these bullies and telling their students that they're not going to allow them to initiate prayer anymore.
Okay, so again, this is different than talking over an intercom, right? Initiating prayer is just somebody saying, hey, I want to talk about this God, or I want to talk to this God. I want to pray to this God. I'm very curious, would he be okay with somebody just having a prayer to Allah? I understand that technically the Abrahamic gods are all basically the same, whether or not they are Jesus flavored or not, but would he be okay with somebody doing that over the intercom? Is that something he would be all right with? Because if not, then you can tell what the agenda is. It's not religious liberty, religious freedoms. It's, I want to force Christianity down other people's throats. And if you are not okay with that, then I'm going to throw a bitch fit. That's basically what's happening.
It's outrageous. We have to take a stand for our students' freedom of religion, their freedom to express their religious beliefs, no matter what those religious beliefs may be.
Nobody's stopping your kids from expressing their religious beliefs. So I don't know how many times I have to say, but there is a difference between we have an intercom system and children are using the intercom system to make the entire school engage in prayer. And then there is, you know, something that is not that, which is a kid being able to just pray in school. Nobody is stopping a kid from praying in school, just like nobody is stopping a kid from bringing a Bible to school. When I was a kid in the South, and I was told that I was not supposed to bring a Bible to class in public schools. Not by the public schools, mind you. That was something that was told to me by Pensacola Christian Academy. And then, so as a way to be a defiant kid, when I left PCA, I would bring a Bible to school, and nobody gave a shit. Nobody said jack all about the Bible. You know why? Because there's never actually been a fucking war on Christianity or any, like, war on preventing people, war that would prevent people from bringing their Bibles or expressing their religion, anything like that. Like, that's not what happens. Not generally speaking. People pretend that that is what's happening, and then when reality hits, they have to, like, go, well, it's happening somewhere. It's happening somewhere. Me being an edgy kid trying to bring a freaking Bible to school, being like, look at me. I'm so special. I'm so edgy and cool. Look at what I'm doing, everybody. And that's it. It never was edgy or cool. It was literally just me pretending that I was being persecuted. I love that I can't hit I need a ride on this thing. That's cool.
So what we've got to do is we've got to tell groups like the Freedom from Religion group, like the ACLU, we will never back down to your bullying antics.
Okay, so it's Freedom from Religion. That's the group that he's angry about. That makes sense. That makes sense. So the timeline of what's happened basically would be he has a thing established for the school that says kids will initiate prayer over the intercom system, which is forcing everybody. It was Freedom from Religion Foundation and the ACLU. Yep. So he tries to force everybody to engage in Christian prayer, and it's at elementary school, so these kids are already very, very malleable. They are very, very open to suggestion. And instead of accepting that what he's doing is actually illegal because you cannot forcefully indoctrinate kids into a religion in a publicly funded education system, instead of taking the L on that, he's like, no, I'm being persecuted. I'm being bullied. The Freedom from Religion Foundation and the ACLU, they are angry with me for being the righteous Christian that I am. And you have no idea. I am the most persecuted Christian in the entire world, and our school is not being allowed to force Jesus down the throats of everybody. And now he is upset. What a little bitch.
We will not allow atheism to be the state-sponsored religion of our school system.
Atheism isn't a religion, and it's not a state-sponsored religion for your school system. It's not. Atheism doesn't have any of the qualifiers of a religion. There are some militant atheists who might lead you to believe that's not quite the case, but atheism in and of itself, it's not a religion, my guy. It's not. And there is no state sponsorship in atheism. We are a secular nation that has a very Christian founding myth, but we are not in any way, shape, or form an atheist country, nor are we a Christian country. We are a secular country in an ideal world, a pluralistic country as well. And yet, this guy is upset that there are different people than him that do not want their religion, do not want his religion peddled to their kids.
Not here in Oklahoma. You guys need to leave our kids alone.
Maybe you should leave the kids alone, my guy. I'm sorry, but you're the one indoctrinating the kids. You could leave them alone.
We will not stand for it, and we will continue to fight for religious liberty here in the state of Oklahoma.
Okay, nobody's bullying you, my guy. I want to see what the response is on this. This is from Judd's TikTok. So remember, religion is private, and a school, public is for everyone. All religions favoring one above all.
Today we see...
American way. Why is... The guy who made autoplay deserves to be given a swirly. Christo-fascist. Oh, Jesus Christ. Jesus. Separation of church and state. Is George Soros a trigger word for you, MAGAs? My opinion is not valued here, but I'll leave it anyway. What is happening in our society is a battle between ideology and religion. I hate to tell you this, but religion is also ideology. Just saying. In the camp of ideology, the notion is that truth is subjective, while within religion, truth is objective. This is the fundamental point. Consequences of allowing subjectivist ideologues to dominate out state institution. Dominate our. This guy has a check mark. He can edit his tweets, and he chose not to. I'm not nearly smart enough to figure that out. The basis of our society depends on pillars to hold it up, and many of those pillars are cut from the religious cloth. He is right about that one, in that a lot of our society is built on Christian culturalism. That's at least true. Did I hear him say Oklahoma, the state that had to be sued to get medical marijuana on the ballot after repeatedly getting the signatures necessary? Yeah, that state. That state. You may not understand, and you may need religion and immediately you may not understand, and you may need religion and immediately recoil. But what I will say is this: religion is the way, and Christ is king. This is why your opinion is not valued here. I'm sorry, but Christ has nothing to do with the United States public education system, nor should he. The United States public education system should be separate from any religion. I don't care what the religion is. It should not say that God does not exist. It should not have a comment on God at all. But what do you guys think? Let me know in the comment section below. Hit the like button if you haven't already. And I'm going to be honest, it's very, very frustrating to see this persecution complex stuff just fire off the handle as often as it does. But you could basically set your clocks to it for how often it happens. Let me know in the comment section below. Hit the like button if you haven't already. And as always, everyone, insert end of video tagline here. Hey, welcome to the end of the video. This is where we get to chill for a little bit. I'm going to show credits in a bit to talk about the people who helped make the show work. But till we do that, let's talk about fan art, the other half of the show that makes just everything flow and function here, because there's an entire lore video going into how fan art cursed this show. Anyways, this one's from Suris. I am back drawing Slime Suris again. Hope you missed me. I did, and your art is always amazing and adorable and very, very Kirby. The next one we have here is from... Jesus. I really like this one. I'm not even gonna... I really like this one. This was from DYTW. It's a repost. Said I misspelled the background words. Give me a second, Necosaurus and Sonic 1Z. Repost because I cannot spell words right. I wish I had the money to commission you. I wish I was in the financial position I was in last year, where I could commission stuff like this back and forth and then use it on the channel. This is amazing. It looks so fucking cute. The last one we have here is from Lee Harold. When Suris plays Mario Kart, sorry, I just had to, and I finally made something. It turned out slightly better than expected, though I will beat you in Mario Kart again. Jesus, moments before disaster, Toad wearing my attire, getting reamed by a red shell. I was already in 8th place. Yeah, I suck at Mario Kart. As always, everybody, thank you all for your fan art submissions. If you want your fan art to be shown in a future video, drop it into the fan art section of the Discord. With that said, let's go ahead and just flip back to... It's just such a cool piece! Go to the credits. Hey, I just quickly want to give a thank you to all of my wonderful patrons who keep this show running. YouTube and Twitch are a pretty bumpy ride at the best of times, and the stability that Patreon provides me is worth more than I can say here. I'd also like to thank each and every one of my $20 and up patrons here, and they would be Britzkrieg, Cameron, Dren, Jemshin, Smiling DM, Poundini, Mabbity Babbity, Naomi, Isaac, Agamotto, Jordan, Ravi, Giuni, Kiratorian, Prisma, all of you. I'm not saying that part. And Starlight. And finally, thank you to everyone else that helps keep this channel alive. While you're here, why not check out another video? And thank you for watching.